Have you ever woken up, poured yourself that comforting cup of coffee, maybe grabbed a slice of toast or a couple of eggs and thought, this is a healthy start? What if I told you that for millions of people over 50, that very routine is quietly forcing their kidneys to work twice as hard every single morning? The truth is, kidney damage rarely screams for attention. It doesn't ache, it doesn't burn, it just slips forward in silence, until one day your doctor says, your creatinine is high and half of your kidney function is already gone. No warning, no pain, just numbers that can change the rest of your life. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and what I've seen again and again is that the danger isn't in what you eat once in a while, it's in what you eat every morning without thinking. Each breakfast choice either helps your kidneys recover from the long nights filtering or quietly wears them down day after day until it's too late to turn back. But here's the part most people never hear. You don't need medicine or complicated diets to reverse that pressure. You just need to start your day differently. Because the kidneys are like the body's silent heroes. They clean, balance, and protect you every second of your life. When you give them the right kind of morning, they begin to heal almost immediately. And in today's video, I'll show you exactly how 5 simple breakfasts, backed by science, proven to lower creatinine, reduce inflammation, and give your kidneys the calm, gentle start they've been begging for. So before you take your next sip of coffee or crack your next egg, stay with me, because the next few minutes could completely change the way your kidneys age from this day forward. Let's begin with something so simple it almost feels too ordinary: low-fat Greek yogurt with fresh strawberries and chia seeds. It might look like a light breakfast, but this tiny bowl can make the difference between kidneys that strain all day and kidneys that quietly recover before noon. I'll never forget Linda, a 62-year-old teacher who swore her mornings were healthy. She'd start with 2 boiled eggs, white toast, and orange juice. But her lab work told a different story. Her creatinine was climbing, and her energy kept crashing by mid-morning. We swapped her heavy breakfast for this lighter, smarter combination. Within 6 weeks, her swelling faded, her energy stabilized, and her kidney numbers finally stopped rising. Here's why it works. Greek yogurt gives just enough high-quality protein, about 10 grams per serving, to maintain muscle without flooding your system with nitrogen waste. It's rich in probiotics that strengthen gut health and trap toxins before they reach your kidneys. Think of it as adding a pre-filter to protect the real one inside you. Strawberries bring color and chemistry. They're naturally low in potassium, around 230 milligrams per 150 grams, making them safe even for reduced kidney function. Packed with vitamin C and anthocyanins, they help lower inflammation and shield kidney capillaries from oxidative stress. And those chia seeds, don't underestimate them. Each spoonful delivers omega-3s and soluble fiber that sweep waste through the digestive tract, easing the kidney's workload. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, higher omega-3 intake correlates with lower inflammatory markers and improved filtration rates in older adults. To make it, add 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt, half a cup of sliced strawberries, and a teaspoon of chia seeds. Let it rest a few minutes until the seeds form a soft gel that slows digestion and keeps your blood sugar steady. Add a pinch of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla if you crave sweetness, but skip the syrups and flavored yogurts that quietly overload your kidneys with sugar and sodium. The result: a creamy, refreshing bowl that feels indulgent yet cleans from within. My patients describe it as light but lasting because it gives the kidneys what they want most: a calm start after a long night of filtering. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another breakfast that looks healthy on the surface, one most Americans eat every weekend, and it might be quietly sabotaging your kidneys without you realizing it. After Linda switched to her yogurt breakfast, she smiled and said, "Doctor, sometimes I still crave something warm, something that feels like a real meal." And that's when I shared with her one of my favorite kidney-friendly comfort foods: oat flour pancakes made with unsweetened almond milk. Pancakes are an American classic, golden soft and nostalgic, but the traditional recipe hides a silent danger. White flour spikes blood sugar. Baking soda adds sodium. Cow's milk loads your kidneys with phosphorus. For someone over 50 whose filtration rate is already declining that morning, comfort food can quietly push your kidneys into overdrive. It's the kind of meal that feels innocent, but leaves your body paying the price for hours. So I told her, let's rebuild it from the inside out. Whole oats, when ground into flour, become one of the most powerful kidney-supportive grains on the planet. They're rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that doesn't just lower cholesterol, it literally binds to nitrogen waste in your gut before it ever reaches your bloodstream. A Journal of Renal Nutrition study proved that adults who replaced refined carbs with oat-based meals lowered creatinine and blood urea nitrogen within 12 weeks. That's not theory, that's measurable repair. Then instead of dairy, we use unsweetened almond milk, low in potassium and phosphorus, yet high in vitamin E, the antioxidant that shields kidney tissue from oxidative stress. Research in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that older adults who increased vitamin E intake improved renal inflammation markers by up to 15%. The recipe couldn't be easier. Blend rolled oats into fine flour whisk with a pinch of aluminum-free baking powder. Add almond milk and 1 small egg or soaked flaxseed, if you prefer it, plant-based. Cook it on a non-stick pan with a touch of olive or avocado oil until golden and fluffy. Top with a handful of blueberries or strawberries, both low in potassium and loaded with anthocyanins that guard your kidney cells. One of my patients, Robert, a 65-year-old truck driver, swapped his diner pancakes for this version 3 times a week. "Doc," he said, "I feel full, but I don't feel heavy. I don't crash in the afternoon anymore." And his blood work agreed: lower blood pressure, stable creatinine, steadier energy. This is what I call healing through comfort. A breakfast that feels indulgent but performs like medicine, warm, familiar, and quietly helping your kidneys every single bite. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another breakfast most people believe is the perfect protein. And it might be silently overworking your kidneys long before any symptom appears. After Robert found his rhythm with the oat pancakes, I told him, "Now let's talk about protein, the part that makes or breaks your kidneys." He laughed and said, "Don't take away my eggs, Doc." And I didn't. I just taught him how to rebuild them. Because the truth is, it's not about cutting protein completely. It's about giving your kidneys the kind of protein they can handle. That's where steamed eggs with spinach and mushrooms come in a gentle, nutrient-packed upgrade to a breakfast classic. Most people fry their eggs in butter, sprinkle on salt, and pair them with toast or bacon, a combination that screams American breakfast, but whispers kidney stress. When you fry, you oxidize the fats, raise cholesterol, and pile on sodium, all of which thicken blood and increase renal pressure. But when you steam, everything changes. You still get the protein, but in a cleaner, softer form that your body can use efficiently without generating excess nitrogen waste. 1 whole egg plus 1 egg white delivers about 6 grams of high-quality protein, just enough to maintain muscle and repair tissue without burdening the kidneys. It's the difference between giving your engine high-grade fuel and flooding it with diesel. Then comes the color spinach and mushrooms, 2 of the most underestimated healing ingredients for kidney health. Spinach is rich in lutein, beta-carotene, and vitamin K, which protect the microscopic blood vessels that feed your kidneys. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate lutein-rich greens regularly had a 22% lower risk of kidney function decline. Meanwhile, white or cremini mushrooms bring selenium and vitamin D, essential nutrients that reduce oxidative damage and support immune function, all while staying low in potassium and phosphorus. To make it, whisk 1 egg and 1 white with a splash of unsweetened almond milk. Add chopped spinach and mushrooms, then steam for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's just set, tender, silky, and easy to digest. Finish with a touch of black pepper or herbs instead of salt. The flavor is clean, comforting, and surprisingly satisfying. One of my patients, George, a 68-year-old engineer, made this swap after years of eating 3 fried eggs every morning. Within 3 months, his creatinine dropped from 1.9 to 1.6, his swelling disappeared, and he said, "Doc, I finally wake up without feeling heavy." That's the power of protein balance, not deprivation, but precision. When you start your day with this combination, you feed your body strength and your kidneys relief. It's warm, nourishing, and perfectly designed for older adults who need steady energy without the metabolic crash. But only knowing this isn't enough, because what you pair with that protein, especially the type of carbohydrate, can completely change how your kidneys age. And the next breakfast proves just how powerful that connection can be. After George mastered his steamed eggs, I wanted to show him that breakfast could be more than protein, it could also be therapy. And that's how we arrived at one of the most powerful, kidney-friendly meals I've ever prescribed: warm oatmeal with apples and cinnamon. At first, he looked doubtful. "Oatmeal isn't that boring," he asked. But 3 weeks later, he called to tell me, "Doctor, I actually wake up looking forward to breakfast now." His blood pressure had dropped, his digestion was smoother, and his energy lasted through the afternoon, all from a simple bowl that nourishes the kidneys in more ways than one. Here's why it works so beautifully. Rolled oats are a clean, gentle carbohydrate, rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that slows down sugar absorption, stabilizes energy, and most importantly, binds to nitrogen waste in your digestive tract before it reaches your kidneys. Think of it as a sponge that captures metabolic byproducts, giving your kidneys less to filter. In a long-term study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed oats daily had significantly lower levels of creatinine and inflammatory markers compared to those who skipped them. Then comes the apple, one of the most underrated kidney allies. Apples contain pectin, a unique type of fiber that binds toxins and heavy metals in your intestines, helping them exit naturally through digestion. Research in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry confirmed that apple-derived pectin lowered both creatinine and blood urea nitrogen in individuals with declining kidney function. And beyond the science, that gentle sweetness from apple makes every spoonful feel like comfort itself. Finally, we add the secret weapon, cinnamon. More than a spice, it's medicine in disguise. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde and polyphenols, compounds that reduce kidney inflammation, balance blood sugar, and calm oxidative stress. 3 major drivers of kidney decline. The smell alone can trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, lowering cortisol and helping your entire body relax. To prepare it, cook half a cup of rolled oats with 1 cup of water and half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Add 1 small diced apple, simmer until tender, then stir in half a teaspoon of cinnamon. No sugar, no salt, just real flavor from real food. For an extra boost, sprinkle a pinch of flaxseed or chia seed before serving. One of my patients, Margaret, 71, who used to grab toast and jam every morning, switched to this oatmeal. Within 2 months, her creatinine dropped from 1.8 to 1.5, her swelling faded, and she said, "Doc, I feel lighter, calmer, like my mornings finally make sense." That's what I love about this meal. It's not flashy, but it works quietly, just like your kidneys do. It gives you steady energy, smooth digestion, and a calmer start to your day without flooding your system with potassium, sodium, or acid. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next breakfast looks nothing like a meal. It's a drink, yet it might be the most powerful of them all for reducing inflammation and protecting your kidneys long term. After Margaret found peace with her morning oatmeal, I wanted to give her one more option, something light, refreshing, and effortless for days when cooking felt like too much. That's how we landed on what I call the green elixir for tired kidneys: a kale and avocado smoothie. You might not think of a smoothie as a serious meal, but this one is different. It's not just blended greens. It's a science-backed cocktail of vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats designed to reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and protect kidney tissue from microscopic damage. Here's how it works. Avocado is loaded with monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats that improve circulation, lower LDL cholesterol, and stabilize blood pressure. When blood pressure stays steady, your kidneys breathe easier. According to the American Heart Association, diets rich in these fats can reduce hypertension, the #1 cause of kidney failure, by up to 25%. Avocados also contain lutein, an antioxidant that protects the small renal capillaries from oxidative stress, the same way sunglasses shield your eyes from sunlight. Then there's kale, the quiet superhero of greens. Unlike spinach, which can overwhelm kidneys with oxalates, kale has a moderate potassium level, roughly 300 milligrams per cup, and a dense supply of vitamin K, vitamin C, and beta-carotene. These compounds neutralize free radicals that slowly scar kidney tissue. A 2021 Nutrients Journal review found that regular consumption of cruciferous greens like kale was linked to slower progression of chronic kidney disease and improved microvascular function. To prepare it, blend 1 ripe avocado, a handful of fresh kale, washed and stemmed, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, and a few chunks of pineapple or green apple for natural sweetness. Blend until creamy and vibrant jade green. The healthy fats from avocado help your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins from Kale A, D, E, and K, transforming this simple drink into a nutrient delivery system. I'll never forget David 70, who started this smoothie after feeling drained every morning. Within 4 weeks, his blood pressure normalized, his creatinine improved slightly, and he said, "Doctor, it feels like someone finally turned the lights back on inside me." And that's exactly what this smoothie does. It fuels your cells, hydrates your kidneys, and cools inflammation from the inside out. It's quick cooling and the perfect way to nourish your body when you need something effortless but effective. But only knowing this isn't enough, because what truly determines your kidney future isn't just what you eat, it's what you repeat. And that brings us to the final message I want you to take away today. If you've made it to this point, that already tells me something important. You care about your health. You care about your kidneys, your future, and the people who depend on you. And that's the first, most powerful step toward healing. I know how overwhelming it can feel when doctors throw numbers at you: creatinine, GFR, potassium, and you're left wondering what's really safe, what's not, and whether it's already too late. But listen carefully. It's never too late to start protecting your kidneys. The fact that you're here learning, listening, and taking action, that's already progress most people never make. So here's my advice as your doctor and as someone who genuinely wants you to live well. Stay hydrated, but do it wisely. Sip slowly through the day instead of drinking large amounts at once. Choose foods that love your kidneys back, low in sodium, low in phosphorus, balanced in protein. Keep your body moving. Even 10 minutes of walking after meals improves blood flow and helps filtration. And never underestimate rest. Your kidneys repair while you sleep. If today's video helped you understand your kidneys a little better, save this video so you can come back whenever you need a reminder. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, because every week I share new evidence-based medical tips to help you protect your kidneys, heart, and overall health, all explained in simple, practical ways you can start using right away. Your journey doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to begin. One better choice tomorrow morning, 1 glass of water instead of soda, 1 breakfast that heals instead of harms. These little moments build into something powerful, a life where your kidneys work with you, not against you. So take care of yourself, stay consistent, and remember, your body isn't broken. It's waiting for you to help it heal. You've got this, and I'll be right here guiding you every step of the way. Stay well, stay hopeful, and I'll see you in the next video.